Once upon a time, and I saw that my credit was bad. Unemployed, cancer, divorce, damn it made me sad. But now my bank stack, scores jump, bills paid, I'm so pumped. Get what I want, swipe, swipe, life's good, got no gripes. Now I teach y'all what to do so y'all can get y'all scores right. Don't nobody want no bad credit. I know that's right. Experience, Equifax, TransUnion, pull all reports, check them, make sure they right. If not, then you're in luck. Send a letter to the credit bureaus. Dispute was wrong. Fight it, fight them. It's deleted. All your scores go up. They go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. Hey, go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. Up, they go 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 up. You not stuck. Good credit opens doors. Gotta check them FICO scores. You say you wanna buy that house, so fix your credit, then it's yours. Handling collections, it can feel like you are going to war. Got some credit cards, use them wisely. Stay out them stores. Yo, I came to represent financial common sense. Dropping knowledge every day, cause fixing credit gets intense. Can't be out here playing, gotta make y'all understand. Get your credit straight right now, let's start, no more delaying. So get your bank stats, scores up, bills paid, you so pumped. Get what you want, swipe, swipe, life's good, got no gripes. Now I teach y'all what to do so y'all can get y'all scores right. Don't nobody want no bad credit. I know that's right. Experience, Equifax, TransUnion, pull all reports, check them, make sure they right. If not, then you're in luck. Send a letter to the credit bureaus. Dispute was wrong. Fight it, fight them. It's deleted. All your scores go up. They go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. They go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. Up, they go 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 up. You not stuck.
Working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Hey, cheer, yeah, hey, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. I ain't do it right. Yeah. 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 It's not coming out right. I don't hear it correctly in my headphones. Don't tell me you don't enjoy that because you enjoy it when Country Wayne do it. So how about that? So yeah, there's that. Hey y'all, welcome to the program. Shout out to Drip. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, something like a podcast, man. This is the show. Lamont King. Let's go live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King. We're now live, so let's go. Get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Something like a podcast. Trending topics, hilarious commentary, celebrity guests, and interesting people. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast. I see you. And worldwide. Broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside a tiny closet command center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
And make sure you visit Drunken Fruit for the new seasonal specials and updates and all that information. Spell it right. Go to the website and the Instagram. A lot going on. Hey, man. That was a world premiere. I don't know if y'all heard me. I said world premiere. This is a world premiere. I don't know if the mic was on at that time, but I hit the fear, because I don't have that. But yeah, that was Shantae Nicole from Financial Common Sense, alumni of the show. She went out and did a whole video. 2 Cardi B's up, and I'm sure I led with that, but I'm sure YouTube's gonna block it, but I don't care. I think that needs to be seen. Positive message, informative, and bars. I'm gonna run the video back a little bit later on in the show. But yeah, while you're here, hit the like button. Do that, please. Turn the notifications on, and welcome into the program. First timers, if you ever been here, this is kind of what you get. Repeat offenders, good to see y'all. Peanut Gallery, the nigga section, good to see you. I'll say what's up to our executive producer down the hall in Studio G, Mr. Clarkson, good to see you. And our New York bureau chief on assignment, John Watson, ladies and gentlemen, from All Fun and Games. All right, yeah. Hey, how you feel? How's your Wednesday? Hey, it's man. I think we're gonna have a good time today, man. The money wheel is up. Money wheel is up. Let me say that. John said I need to plug that at the beginning of the show. Money wheel is up. 50-50 raffle. We do it on Fridays. Half goes to you, half goes to the show. Production costs. You must be present to win. We're at about 140 right now, courtesy of my man Haynes and I can say the birthday girl, but I don't know if I can say the birthday female. I don't know. The birthday woman? I don't know. Birthday lady? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it all out. But wait a minute. She just jumped in and took us up to about 140, I think it is. Her birthday is sometime this week, and we'll be playing the birthday song for her on Friday. Dina, ladies and gentlemen. So we're up to like 140. And but that wasn't you. You said I'm all female, but that wasn't you. Is that? That's not the same. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, different name. Hey, man, I don't know. Y'all got to let me know. Y'all got to put it in the notes. You dig? You understand? The phone lines are wide the fuck open. 765 Let's Go 1 765-538-7461. All right, let's get that checked out. It's hot in here. I don't know what the weather is where y'all at. I turned my air on. I forgot. Okay. All right, we're good to go. A lot going on out there, man. A lot to talk about today. Today will be White Wednesdays. I feel like moving forward, I may even just want to do that. Whites Only Wednesday, because we we had a segment that we did maybe twice. Whites Only. But the stories I pulled today to just shoot the shit about is like all whiteness, white people. If you're just tuning in, this ain't that type of show. But it is. But yeah, everything today it's like it was weird. It was every story. I was like, man, it's a Wednesday. And I feel like that's it. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna have to be. Some of the things I want to talk about today is Alan's leaving, and they talking about she might be leaving the country after she steps down from her TV show that she's been doing for forever. I don't know. I feel like that's called fleeing in some parts of the world. Talk about that. Is Jeff Bezos stepping down July 5th. We knew it was coming, but they picked a date. I got questions. Need some of y'all to help me out. You're more than welcome to jump in with your theory. What else? It was a couple other things. Dominique Wilkins finally got an apology for the restaurant that wouldn't serve him. People out here whiting. Amy Cooper is an update on her story. Remember the one that called the 911 on the bird watcher. And then actually a year ago, a year ago yesterday, the same day that we found out about George Floyd was the same day, if you remember, the bird watcher situation. And I got some quick story on Vivica Fox. I got questions in honor of Kevin Samuels. Another white lady got sentenced. She's going to jail for shooting into black people's house for no apparent reason. They gave her big time. We'll figure out. We'll hear a little bit later what kind of time she got. And Mark Lamont Hill is on a new show, a new platform actually, called the Black News Channel. And when I tell you that content is riveting, I catch it in tidbits because I don't know necessarily is it a thing I got to call my cable provider or is it just on the internet? But I tell you what, the content be riveting. And he all but ethered some dude last night, and we're gonna play that too. We're gonna get into that, and that's the title of today's show. What do you enjoy about being white? Because that was the question he asked to the man face, to that man face, and you'll see how he answered it too. Haynes, was it Bill Gates? What did I say? Gates? I meant Bezos. I ain't say Gates. Who mentioned Bill Gates? Okay, Alpha Mama says Jeff Bezos is stepping down because something big is getting ready to happen. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit later. And y'all are on fire already, talking amongst yourselves. We ain't even there yet. Slow down. I'm just telling you what the show is about. White Wednesdays. Oh, White People Wednesday. Rude Jew does that on Sirius? I didn't know that. Never really listened to him. I'm familiar with him. But we just Whites Only. This is called Whites Only. It's a little bit different. Okay. Also, when you get a chance, I didn't do our other sponsor. Let me go back here. 2A Apparel, our other sponsor, 2A Apparel. Got some good stuff over there. Mainly this mug that they're trying to move. They want you to move this mug. Because when you move the mug, then they'll have justification on some of their other products. But move the mug, paranalia.com. Let me put it in the chat. Go ahead and pick you up something. If you see something you like, go ahead and order it. And they'll make sure they ship it out to you. It's in the YouTube chat right here, paranalia.com. There's that. There was something else I wanted to show y'all too. Oh, let's start off Whites Only. Let's start Whites Only off with which story did I want to go with? Oh, there's another. That's heartbreaking. Let me see. Oh, there's also, we got to get that. Oh, Meghan McCain. She stormed out of a meeting with her bosses. We're going to go through all that. Oh, here we go. Let's start with this. I want to start with this because this is white, and I like it. And in the words of Kwame Brown, it's just jokes. Shut your goddamn mouth. All right, here's a story from Major League Sports. It's back, ladies and gentlemen, and people have lost their noodle. They couldn't wait to get outside, and it's selfish, man. We got to think about this in this context. A lot of people really been stuck inside for the whole year, and they really just couldn't wait to get back out to do shit like this. This is really. Okay, we're gonna see another angle. But this is a White Sox game. There was an all-female brawl. I'm sorry, all-woman, non-male, binary, a gendered binary brawl. That's not a good view. The camera stayed on. Oh no, they getting with it. They getting with it. Let's try to zoom in. Okay. The bottom center of your screen. All right, that's not a good one. That's not a good angle. Let's look at the other angle. Turn that off. You got to see it because you got to see it the way I saw it. And what is this? Werewolf kittens. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. y'all just showed me the video and they was going for it too. Let me refresh this. Wait a minute, stand by. It's a live show, don't trip. Nah, it's you would enjoy it because we only do. I don't promote violence. I don't show fights and all that other stuff unless it's truly, it's the thugs are going at it, and sometimes we just got to see how thugs work so we know how to stay away from those thugs. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I found it. Hold on, there we go. See, it's all about who controls the images, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. It's really what it's all about. Who controls the images and what story are you telling? So be careful how you tell stories. All right, here we go. Let's take a watch, man. This is unfortunate. If I was at this game, I would ask for my money back. I didn't come for this. Ooh, okay. 1, 2, ping. Okay, I'll get some of this too. What's up? Ping, ping. Oh, look at that. It's a 3-way situation too. Savages. That's why they shouldn't serve alcohol to you people in public places. Oh, man. Chicken the Black had no backup, nothing. And she handled. It was too quick. Where's the other footage? I needed to see it. Okay, that's that. I just wanted to start the show off with that. It's important. It's important that we, tell the right story. It's important. All right. White People Wednesday, y'all. Meghan McCain. Let's go to that, man. Let's see what she talking about. So Meghan McCain did some real. So apparently recently, it's been real testy on the show, on The View, between Meghan McCain and Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. And so apparently, from what I understand, they not really holding their feelings, even though they on live television no more. And so much so that it took a turn the other day. I don't watch it. So if you've seen the show, let me put the phone on the screen. Oh, it's on there already. If you've seen the show, call in and let me know what that energy is like. Because apparently they had to have a talk, a sit down. Meghan McCain reportedly stormed out of a meeting with ABC president after she condemned toxic personal attacks on The View. This is gossipcop.com. Dated today, this morning. So basically, they were going back and forth. They were talking about Israel, Joy Behar. I don't know on whose side was who, but they clapping back at McCain, at Meghan, Whoopi and Joy Behar, and it got real testy. Let's go to commercial. Then after the show, the people, the viewers, the fans, or whatever, they send emails to the network. Now you can't do that. When my target audience starts complaining, shit got to change. So they like, yo, what's up? What's all this energy? You know what I mean? We thought we got rid of that when what's her face left? Sharon Osbourne. They're like, this ain't a good look. We're not enjoying this. So they had to sit down, and Meghan storms out to sit down. So viewers haven't been the only ones to notice the tense atmosphere at The View, and now the president has personally asked the co-host to cool it down with personal attacks. That means there was a memo, probably. This is my theory. If y'all don't calm that shit down, you're messing with your money. So expect, if she comes back, the next episode of The View, man, I guarantee, what's her face? Barney the dinosaur is going to be on that mug, singing. It's going to be Kumbaya City on that joint. You playing with the money. Nobody got time for that. Guarantee. They said Meghan McCain's on-screen blowups lead to a meeting with ABC brass. So we got the story already. But I would be way excited and anticipated. Now I want to start watching. So I'm going to have to watch the show to see what their energy is going to look like. Because now, you got your bosses being like, hey, man, y'all got to cool it. What it saying? Do the right thing. Everybody take a chill pill, Sam Jackson. Cool out. Everybody take a chill pill. But yeah, so there's that. It'd be interesting. We're reaching a new level, and it's not even new. I don't know if it's new, but I don't think we ever seen it on live daytime, supposed to be fair and balanced, middle of the road television, network television, where people really, we no longer, things are so inflamed. I don't know if is that a word. Things are so touchy. We're in a space now where it's like, man, we can't even disagree anymore. If I don't agree with you, you say something I don't agree with, I just hate you. I hate you, and you don't deserve to even speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's weird. That's the energy that people get now. There's maturity is out the window. Cooler heads prevail is out the window. Agree to disagree don't exist no more. And that's unfortunate, man. But hey, Meghan McCain, entitlement and privilege, can put you in that position where you feel that way. And that's how you feel that, you can talk to people any kind of way and your way is right. And you don't know who my father was and all that. It's toxic. That's what it is. Oh, speaking of toxic, there's a new comedy project coming out. And let's take a quick commercial break and let's see about this new project real quick. Quick commercial break. Speaking of toxic, you see how I set that up?
And if I offend
anybody, please let me know at the end of the show, and I'll add it to my high score, because that's really what I'm here for. Jokes in the city. Hey, I've been waiting. We had, a little technical difficulty. We started right on time. People on my phone up to me. This nigga shit. Yeah, I started an hour late. The flyer said 7 to 10, right? That's a window. That's a window. They didn't tell you when the show was gonna start. Fuck out here. You don't know everything. We started right on time, bitch. That's what. But no, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate that. We had a crazy week. I invited Pastor Wilson, but he was gonna come. He was gonna come, but he came already. You see him touching and agreeing in the video? He was touching and agreeing, did you see? He's a missionary, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? So did you see him go up and then down, and then come back up and then down? He was down there by that hole. I was like, oh man, this man got the Holy Ghost. Listen. I wonder what his church service is like. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor! La 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 la. What's up with your man, Tank? Did y'all see that yesterday? Tank got caught up in a situation where he taken out of context, I believe. I'm hoping that he got taken out of context. He was basically saying that in a situation where you do something more than once, it doesn't necessarily make you that type of person. Now, specifically, they were talking about sucking dick, a man sucking dick. So he's basically saying after the first time, yeah, but after the second time, if you realize that you don't like it, it doesn't make you gay. Right? Context. So let's say if you're a vegan, right? And you eat some meat. Does that make you a meat eater? Yes, it does. So by his definition though, he said, if I realized after the second time that I didn't like the taste, it doesn't make me gay. Which made me think about homosexuality in a whole new light. Because I didn't know that your sexuality was based on taste as opposed to penetration. Because I thought once the dick goes in your mouth, you're gay. I didn't know that. He may not be gay, but Tank is a dick eater. So listen. Right, so yeah, oh man, I'll cut that off. Yeah, visit the website. All right, I'm back. All right, so yeah. Summer blockbuster coming soon. Visit the website, join the mailing list to get on the pre-order list for when that drops later on this summer. Lamont King is Toxic, my next comedy special project. All right, let me put this in there. Let me put that in the chat. Keep moving to these stories. Whites Only Wednesdays. Welcome, Rachel. Good to see you. You bring anybody? I mean, single you out, but I thought that was funny. Anyway, let's go to another story. Dominique Wilkins, man. This is a blow. So I don't know if you heard a couple days ago, man, he got turned away from a fancy schmancy French restaurant that I'm sure he's been to. I don't know the entire story, but I'm sure it was in his town. I don't understand. You 6'11". Y'all got to stop all that playing. We didn't know who he was. You got to stop. Knock it off. You got to knock it off. We're not buying it. But anyway, he said he had on designer slacks and a t-shirt. And first they told him there were no more seats. Then they just denied him entry. So apparently right now, let's see. Let's go to the story. They just issued an apology. Let's see if it's good enough. Let's see. Is this good enough? Let me know where y'all at. Dominique Wilkins receives an apology from a restaurant to turn him away due to dress code policy. La Biboquet. La Biboquet. Wait a minute. I know French. Wait a minute. Biboquet. Biboquet. A French restaurant in Atlanta. They issued a statement this past Monday formally apologizing and vowing to make changes. Here's the part that tripped me out when I read this. So following the incident, the place said the Biboquet, I'm gonna just say the Biboquet, They said it will provide diversity, equity, and include. Wait a minute. I wonder, was it in French? Are these people French when they're talking? They will provide diversity, equity, and inclusion training to all current employees. The restaurant also said it would reevaluate its dress code restrictions to eliminate ambiguities. Easy out. That was real easy, y'all, to eliminate ambiguities. There are no ambiguities. The only ambiguities is whoever you put up front that night and how they be acting. And whether or not there's a code of scrutiny that exists behind the scenes, which a lot of, expensive restaurants do. But this is how after this do you provide diversity, equity, and inclusion training? I don't understand why Chick-fil-A corporate doesn't farm out their customer service training to every other establishment on the planet. I mean, they would never have to sell another nugget if they just contracted out their human resources and customer service protocols to every organization on the planet. You wouldn't have to double back and retrain your employees on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? How is that now you got to do that? All right, let's see. Let's go for some real fact checking. Wait, let me keep reading. Let me see if I miss anything. This is a formal apology. A lot of words. I don't like a lot of words. That's a lot of words. That is a lot of words. Someone actually made a graphic and then turned it into an Instagram post. That's a lot. That's too much. Too much words. My question for y'all is, feel free to jump in. What do you think should be some items on the menu if if he had his way? Neek wings. I think Neek wings would be first. Some Neek wings. Neek duck wings that you dunk in duck fat. Some double dipper duck wings. No? All right, let's go down to Studio G. And Mr. Clarkson, real-time fact-checking. Welcome to the program. What's good with you?
I'm going with Dominique's S-Curl Curly Fries.
Dominique what?
Dominique's S-Curl Curly Fries.
S-Curl Curly Fries. Yes. Okay. At a French restaurant. Yeah.
So this reminds me a lot of the story. Remember, Goodreads, 7 years ago, same situation kind of happened with Oprah, but she was overseas. And this was a situation where she tried to buy a purse, and the people was like, nah, we don't know who you are. And it got to the point where she wound up buying that store. Yeah.
I remember that.
It was the ultimate move on that end, where she wound up buying the store, kind of like, oh, for real? That's what we doing, fam? Watch how this goes. Watch how this rolls. So it was really, really kind of disappointing to see that happen to Neek, but I guess I don't even really have pushback on it, because it's like, yo, y'all know who Neek is? Like, he's 50 greatest players? An error? No? Do they have any outs? I don't think they have any outs.
No, they don't have any outs. They have to be foreign. That's why I said they have to come with the accent. Everybody in the back has to come with, oh, we did not know. We were unsure. We did not. It has to, because other than that, you know who this is. He's clearly someone. He's salt pepper. He's older. He's distinguished. He's super tall. It's Atlanta. You can't play that game. You don't have an out unless it's an authentic French restaurant and all the employees are from France. That's the only.
Everybody that worked at that restaurant worked at the Varsity. Don't do that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And Atlanta knows better. So we're going to go with the fact of that they thought he was another.
Okay.
Restaurant that y'all thought was hot, that y'all done found out is the hot joint, and now you come up here and you going to skip out on the bill. So more than likely.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's terrible. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
I remember that story, though. That should be the move every.
It's not. They're gonna have to. They don't have to comp them for life.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just comp them for life.
I'm on. At least 7 out of your 14 items on the menu have to be renamed in honor of something that I want. I'm changing all of that. Yeah, all of that. The poisson beurre. You know what I'm saying? The fish butter and all that. Whatever's on there that's in French, it's got to be named after streets in my hometown. Because he from down there. You know what I'm saying? He from like South Carolina or something. It's got to be named Your streets in my hometown. You got to flip all that.
Well, he went to school down. He went to school down there, and then he's the reason why the Omni Center existed. Like once Dominique left the Hawks, nobody was watching the Hawks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know that. I love what Haynes said. They probably thought
he probably thought he was Kwame Brown. That's hilarious. And it was like, no sir, not here, not today. We do not have your mama's cooking. There's no mama's. Your mama's son cannot be served here today.
That Fisher does not have the keys to your house. No.
Yeah. There's no way for you to park your tractor. You cannot park your tractor. I think my accent gets better as I keep going.
No, I appreciate it. You're doing good. All right.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in our New York bureau chief on assignment, John Watson, ladies and gentlemen. What's good with you? You got your audio. We can't hear you. Your G's. You got no G's. Yeah, what happened? It's coming in hot. All right, let's see. Let's stand by. But shout out to Dominique. 150 greats. All right, let's try it again. Let me get that off of there. What about now? Nah. Nothing. Yeah, your signal. Hey, what would your signal or something? All right, we'll come back. All right, let's keep moving. There's another story. It was a little, little update, I guess. It's White Wednesday, so we're talking about all the shit they be doing. Here is a story you may not be familiar with. Real quick, just briefly go over this, and this show you about consequences. And this was today, recent, I believe, 25th, yesterday. This is BenNews.com. The white woman who shot black neighbor yelled slurs. She's sentenced to prison. A white woman in Columbia, South Carolina was found guilty of attempted murder on Monday after shooting into her black and Hispanic neighbor's home while yelling racial slurs. I wonder what she was yelling. The woman, Mandy Fortson, say her name, was sentenced to 20 years. I didn't mean to put the laughter on there. My bad. 20 years in connection with the February 2017 shooting. Here's what happened, man. She apparently was out. Who knows what she was doing? She was in her backyard, and one family on one side, they had just sat down for dinner. So I guess she could see him. So she just fired into the crib, talking shit. And then she fired into the other one as they prepared for bed. Then a black man coming to save the day, per usual, he came outside to ask her to stop. I don't know how they wrote this story. This is what they said. He came outside to ask Fortson to stop shooting her gun into people's houses. I don't know if that's what happened, but she turned the gun on him, shooting him in the hip and the wrist. And in court, witnesses testified that Fortson was yelling racial slurs. I wonder which ones. While firing her weapon. Now, while firing her weapon, we always get this conversation about, what's a hate crime? I think that might have been it. And is 20? Is 20 the minimum? Why not life? Just go and get that life. You doing it in the there's got to be some language in there. In the process of discharging your weapon, you saying the slurs. That's gotta be a hate crime. Jeez. All right. Well, good for her. She's going away for the long one. We'll see you soon. And enjoy. And I want to put that out there because, that stories like that don't get a lot of steam and we don't get to hear about consequences in the way that I think we should. So just want to put that out there. All right, let's go to catch up with John Watson. What's good with you?
Yeah, man, my bad. I was using a different computer.
Oh, okay.
So the point about Dominique,
about
that restaurant, ironically enough, I don't know if you mentioned this as I was logging in, but that restaurant, it came under fire like a week or so ago because, some other patrons were having the same problem as far as the dress code went. You know what I'm saying? Some average black patrons was like, there's some people in here with shorts and what have you on, and but they had on, let's say, like a sweatsuit or something like that, or like a, something of that nature, and that was specifically on the policy, no sweatsuit, so therefore they couldn't get in, but nothing on the policy about shorts in particular. So it was like people out there, and they took video. They And the news cameras had video like, there's all these people out here with shorts on and whatever, but, you know, they scrutinizing these folks. So I don't think it was just a Dominique thing, although it's hilarious that, you know, one of their most famous, you know, citizens got denied, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't just a Dominique
thing.
Now,
let me ask you, you're a well-traveled individual. You used to live in Atlanta and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen it. We saw this about last summer too. The spot that went viral, and because they put the couple out, they said the same thing. Won't have reservations, and he turns the phone on. He'd be like, "Yo, my man right here is about to be seated, and he got cold tennis shoes on." And then it went viral.
Yeah.
And then that place, you know, ended up, you know, they tried to boycott and shut it down. Atlanta being the black Mecca, black Hollywood, and super blickety black, and this is where we going, and so Oasis. How does this keep happening in a town like that that's so quote unquote black? How do they keep letting that happen?
I got one word for that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's been Buckhead.
Oh. And that means,
you know,
to the people.
I'm pretty sure Buckhead is like, you know, they you know, they move different out there. You know what I mean? Like,
no, okay.
For Atlanta in general, but like, it's a little more nose up shots, a little more pinkies up.
I get that.
You know, in Buckhead.
But if we so woke now, places like that, nah, you don't eat, B. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta supposed to be
let me tell you something about
conscious. You don't eat, B. We closing your doors. Let
me tell you something about Atlanta, which is why
they fake it.
I only did 3 years in Atlanta.
They be bluffing. They fake it.
Listen, it's whatever year it is.
Oh.
Atlanta in mentality, I feel like they like still a good 10, 15 years back, mentality wise on a lot of dudes. A lot of my experiences in Atlanta was like, yo, y'all still doing this?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, if it was professionally, I was like, yo, professionally, I'd go out to like networking events and so forth, and I'm like, yo, why? How am I still the only one in the room? Like, where we at? Like, we here. I thought I was in the... Nah, but what happened to it? And like the service, and then like the service is looking at me like, okay, we in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool, fam. You know, that you serving, you're working, but I'm like, that ain't the only we in here. I expected to see you when I walk into a room of, you know what I mean? Like, people that have to wear suits to work. So I'm telling you, in a lot of ways, like even developmentally, as far as infrastructure in the city went, like, you know how DC kind of went into its new phase back in 2000 where the restaurants became better and the club scene was like a more, you know, different, that type of echelon of stuff. I moved out there in 2007 and that was kind of just starting to happen.
Right. Okay.
6 or 7 years later after DC went into that move. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like so goes the mentality, at least at the time. So I could very much see where, you know, it might be full of black folk, but, you know, again, who's running stuff?
Yeah.
Number one, just because it's a high population.
Well, you had
in management.
Man, you had a black mayor. You had a black mayor.
Okay. They always had a black man.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
So that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
But who's still in management and like, you know, what's the mentality of the people? Because I'm telling you, the mentality is different, bro. It's different. Like I always felt I was going back in time every time I was there. And like I'd come back up to up here for a refresher, for you know what I mean, to get my mind straight.
Right. When I see these things happen online, I'm like, not again. I'm like, how? Like, what? How y'all let that happen again?
Oh, no.
And for the same reason too, and it'd be the same fluff. Oh, it was an accident, or we didn't realize who he was. It didn't matter. It shouldn't matter who he was. Like you either gonna let the guy in front of me in the sweats in, and me too, because I mean they had that one on video. It was a white dude. He got seated and had a hoodie on and white gym shoes or whatever, sneakers. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. It reminds me of, I believe it was, I want to say it was Lethal Weapon 2. And they went into the bank and it was like a South African bank and they were trying to get some Cougar Rands or whatever.
Yeah, because you're black.
Looked at him was like, he's like, but you're black.
Because you're black. Yeah. He said, why can't I get, because you're black.
Right.
Free South Africa, you dumb son of a bitch. That's one of the greatest. Lethal Weapon 2 was clutch. Oh, man.
That dude was clutch.
All right. Appreciate you, Jack.
All right, man.
That's John Watson, New York Bureau Chief on assignment. All right, next story. Whites Only Wednesdays. Because they out here. They be doing stuff. Where's another one? All right, here's another one. Let's go to this one. You should be a little bit familiar with this. They'll probably be talking about this all day and night, especially on the new Don Lemon show and probably Chris Cuomo. So apparently Amy Cooper, right? So this is the John, like I was from Philly. This is the John right here that last year, and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I think about stuff. Her and George Floyd was on the same day. Can you imagine the 2020 she would have had if not for the George Floyd situation that same day? Can you imagine? So you think about that, right? Put that on the table. You think about that, and then put yourself in her shoes. If you're an empathetic individual, you might be like, damn, can you imagine? I took heat. She took heat. Because the George Floyd thing took a couple days to broil. This one took heat, right? But instead of being like, man, I dodged the bullet, literally. I should just lay low. That was a crazy year. I got involved in a crazy situation. Lost my dog. Lost my job. Got my dog back. Didn't get my job back. I should just lay low and stay out the way because 2020 really could have been about me. Because all jokes aside, she almost got a black man killed. She tried and almost succeeded in getting a black man killed by the police because she's on the video. If you don't remember, this is the one where the guy's bird watching and she thinks he's looking at her. And so she runs up on him and then calls 911. And while he's recording her, she's on 911 talking about he's attacking me. In Central Park? You didn't see the Central Park 5? She knew full well what she was doing. Just imagine if that had been a successful police call without him taping, right? He'd have been on the spot. So you did that. 2020 could have been about you. So just imagine you in her shoes and you were like, oh man, I ducked 2020. I ain't really getting no smoke. But you know what? You know what should happen? I should sue my employer. Let's read this story. Because this story here, oh, jeez. I could go any direction of stereotypical tropes and whatever have you. But how white is this? Like literally, how white is this? All right, let's read it. All right, Amy Cooper, who falsely called 911 on a black bird watch in Central Park, is suing her former employer over her firing. She used to work for Franklin Templeton. She called the cops on Christian Cooper. Weird. I got the same last name. She says the company fired her without an investigation and falsely portrayed her as a racist. Like, what are they on? All right, Rachel, you're exempt. But I need somebody else. I need someone else who identifies as Caucasian. I need you to call, like, right now, if you can. Y'all find somebody. Somebody's got to explain this. You got to explain this. What are y'all on? Like, this is the same crowd. That's like January 6th was a field trip. We was just playing. Like you really try to finesse me into believing that I don't see what I saw. They fired you without an investigation. Well, the investigation was on Twitter. Black Twitter CSI subsequently closed that investigation and falsely portrayed you as a racist. How did your job falsely portray you as a racist when you were portraying a racist? And I hate even using racist because it's so overused. That word is used for everything, and it's actually a new trigger for me. That's a whole another show. The word annoys me. You just a buffoon. Like you was cooning out in there. You a bigot, a hater. You realize white privilege was using white privilege on tape and strangling your dog in the process. So she's suing. In a complaint she filed on Tuesday, Manhattan Federal. Oh, you know what? We need to get Ike Speaks. This might have came by her, across her desk. Next show, we're going to have Ike Speaks speaking on this. In a complaint filed Tuesday night in Manhattan Federal Court, her job's actions caused her such severe emotional distress that she was suicidal. For real? Like that be y'all move though? White folks, that's y'all move? That's your go-to? You this is the part where we talk about critical race theory and all the things that they don't want us to teach in school. This is why. Because they can hide behind this. Like you literally have a history, centuries long history. One group of people. This is not stereotyping. One group of people literally has a documented history of causing pain on another group of people and then faking like they're the one under duress. Like, are you kidding me? On tape, I'm watching you do it, but you're gonna sue your job and say you suicidal. You had the police in an era where the police are showing up and shooting black men. You're telling a black man to his face, I'm going to call the police on you because you know what they do to people like you. Are you kidding me? She's seeking unspecified damages for race and gender discrimination, defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and negligence. Who's her counsel? Is that a cousin? That sounds like a cousin. Who just passed the bar after his fourth time. That sounds like a cousin. You think you gonna get all those in there and you on tape? Please, can we get her on the show? Did not immediately respond. Da, 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 da. Oh gosh. Okay. Enough of that. I just wanted y'all to hear that. That's what they doing, man. I just needed y'all to hear that story. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Whites Only Wednesdays, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it moving. Let's see how that turns out. We see if we get Ike Speaks to get on here and give us chances. Because I feel like I can hear her voice in my head. I'm like, Ike, what's her chances? She ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. That's what I can hear. Oh, and more hateful news. Hold on, let's do this real quick too. Quick story. I didn't read the whole thing, but you probably may have seen it today. I love how they write these headlines. You know, they stoke these flames between us. And media does such a good, print media does such a good job because just reading something has a whole little thing. Poetic justice. This is the Sun. White girl, 16, to sue racist school district for $2 million for refusing to publish her sonnet about George Floyd's death. White girl, 16. Oh, they got video. Let's watch it. No advertisement. We're not doing that. I don't know nothing about that brand. Not at all. Just because they used a dude playing golf with cornrow. Oh, that's my man too. Wait, we're not buying it though. Don't do me like that.
Derek Chauvin's Ode to George Floyd. A dark sonnet.
Don't read it.
From mama's hands, you had not any chance. The street, the hood, made you so young ashamed. To stand tall, to control your circumstance. Black man, it's you will crack, white men proclaimed. Stay down, they say. Your fate is in our hands.
Who's this though?
Obey, okay? Obey me. I'm the cop who kneels upon your naked soul, who stands on top your darkened head until you stop your sorry cry for mama.
Wait a minute.
Take no breath. I bring justice here, pressed upon your neck. If I decide you now face certain death, a fate deserved 'cause you passed a bad check. You can't breathe? Then cease your black man drama. I will make you weep for mama, mama.
We are here today on the anniversary of the murder of George Floyd because this young poet
You're going too far.
wrote a Shakespearean sonnet
You're going too far.
which dealt with the murder of George Floyd. She went into Derek Chauvin's mind and reflected his mindset as he committed the murder in a Shakespearean sonnet.
Did she?
A classical sonnet.
They said that due to the circumstances that children as well as faculty members can't have a discussion, an in-person discussion on this topic, they would think that the faculty and the children, as well as other people in the community, would find this to be inappropriate for racial circumstances.
Okay, nice. I like the angle. I like the angle. They gonna try it. That's since we can't be in person and can't really talk about it. We saying you can't do it, and not that it ain't good, but since we're not in person yet, and we can't give people a chance to have open discourse and dialogue, we're just gonna rather not have you do it. That's slick. That's yeah. That's slick. Shout out to her though. 16-year-old white girl. I mean, that's what they said. White girl, 16. It was decent. It wasn't no Shakespearean. Slow down. Everybody got their cousins representing them. But yeah, okay, white girl, get your money. I'm rooting for her today. It's White People Wednesday. She can get $2 million out of that. That's discriminatory. All right, let's go to some real-time fact checking with Mr. Clarkson, Studio G. Welcome back.
What up? So here's the thing. They in trouble, and she's right.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. In my school community, I was discouraged to talk about it. Yeah. I'm about to be a doctor. Whatever.
Verbally? In writing? In writing?
Huh?
In writing, you was discouraged?
Yeah. We were all discouraged via email. My other colleagues in other various states who teach were discouraged during the time it happened. Also discouraged on the day of this happening, of the anniversary. And it's because people are not brave enough to have these type of conversations. So therefore, what happened is that kids are going to find truth. That's just how kids are built. Because let's call it what it is. She's probably a honor roll student. She's probably a student. She's around a lot of social media. She's around a lot of dinner table conversations. And she's craving for the people she receives knowledge from to talk to us about this. And they tell her no. So now she's lashing out. And now she does this. And now someone's got to pay. Because the schoolhouse is destroying free and open thought. Now, the quality of the poem, I'm not saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and Shakespearean. That's really generous, right?
That's a reach. You're reaching. Yeah.
But what it is that that's a cry for, I want to have a conversation. Because I'll tell you this much, if she's in a brave enough district, that's a better poem. It's misguided because she's only operating with the information she's allowed to grasp. But if she's in a creative writing course, if she has a brave principal, a brave academic coach that's in that school, and they're like, we need to structure curriculum to talk about civil and social justice, yeah, that's a better poem.
But this is all gonna come to a head because I read other parts of the article, and it was like she's in a mostly white school and district. But here's the problem with this current fight against critical race theory. With this current fight, it's going to come to a head because it's not the fight cannot sustain itself because you're dealing with a population that you're trying to re-educate or brainwash.
Right.
When they have access to instantaneous social media where all of the information is. That's not gonna work. Your fight is going to blow up on itself. So you're gonna have whole school districts who penalize teachers, reprimand students, shape curriculum. You're not going to do this because we don't want. It's not about making America or white people looking bad, and this is not fair and that's divisive and blah blah blah. So across the board, this is where I want y'all. But then the student leaves the room, and has everything. So what homework assignments am I doing now? I don't have faith in the educational system. Now I'm gonna leave it after the 10th grade. I'm gonna leave it and start my own tech firm.
Like her words are nowhere near great.
No,
Like,
they're not politics.
let's
Reiterate that. Let's reiterate that. It was not a great piece of artwork.
It's not a great poem,
Yeah,
but what it is fractured thought. She thinks something has been done wrong.
Yeah.
And she's right, but there's no avenue for her to structure that thought. So what they did was they shunned her. And a lot of adults was like, oh man, they should have shunned you. And now she reads this, and now we're here. So what should happen is that inside of school districts, there should be someone that's called a social snapshot curriculum writer, which means that when things happen like this, we already got it off the press how we're going to talk about it in the school community. It's called a restorative justice circle. And really great school districts have these things already in place. She's not part of a really good school district. That's why that doesn't happen. When I was in a really great school, the day that Tamir Rice happened, that morning we had a PowerPoint ready for us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's being proactive and saying we know our kids are going to come to us hurt, brutal, in a not good social state. What's the answer to it? So that's
the reason why I pulled this story and I'm rooting for her is because this wouldn't even been a story if it was a young black girl suing a school district. Wouldn't have been a story. So I'm rooting for her because I want to see what y'all gonna do with the little white girl. I want to see what y'all gonna do.
They're gonna have to do a couple of things. They're gonna have to either build a curriculum or they're gonna have to pay her. I want both.
My vote is settle.
Settle.
Yeah. It's going a way soon. It's going a way. Yeah.
I hope you get on CNN. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah. All right, there it is. All right. White Wednesday, man. All right, last story. The one I've been holding on to. Now, these all, I found a way to tie these. This is amazing. Found a way to tie all of these together. But Mark Lamont Hill, very controversial journalist, commentator, part-time activist, media personality, whatever. He's on the New Network, and he's free. Black News Channel. He's essentially free, or so I've been watching. Really, he's really had some great interviews. And this one recently, they were going back and forth with some expert, some guy, some authority on critical race theory. And this is part of the reason what I was talking about. And we can close on this. And I'm play the world premiere video from Financial Common Sense on the way out too. But it's going to come to a head because they're putting up such a fight to be like, oh, don't make us look bad. We don't want to teach a whole nother generation on how cruddy, this place really is. But unless you cut off the access to historical information and shut down the internet, like these kids they're not going to believe you. Like even the ones that you're brainwashing, like even the ones that are in those districts that don't even come in contact with black people and really, and by the time you meet them, they look at you like you're a circus freak. Cause I get that too. You travel to some places in America and people who never grew up around black people and they see you and it's like they're stunned. But even those, you shape these curriculums in these school districts and be like, okay, we're not teaching critical race theory. America is not perfect, but you have the freedoms of the melting pot and bring me you're tired and weak, and America's not perfect. We had some down times, but we're about people and people first. Do all that. You can do all that. But when these people like literally go to their phone and start searching, it's going to contradict everything that you trying to brainwash them. So the brainwashing shit ain't going to work. It's going to come to a head. That's just my opinion. We'll talk later on that. But anyway, so what do you enjoy about being a white person? This is the question that he answered him. And you're going to get tripped out at the answer. So this is Mark Lamont Hill on his show last night. I believe it was last night. The headline is Black. Let me get this out of the way. Black TV host. These headlines be tripping me out. Black TV host trips up opponent of critical race theory. How about TV host trips up opponent of critical race theory? And in the previous story, 16-year-old sues the school district. Like what? It's a game, as Dick Gregory would say. It's a game. Anyway, here let's just go to the video without even reading the I may have to refresh this page so we can see the video because that ain't it. But he, in the words of Welvin, got him. He got him. Where is the video? Yeah, I got to refresh the page because sometimes it'd be disappearing. Stand by. It's a live show. Don't trip. We'll be done shortly. You get back to your life. All right, here we go. Nah, is that it? That ain't it. That's a commercial. I don't want the commercial. Oh, this is about to get on my nerves. I just was watching it earlier, like 2 seconds ago. All right, here we go. Here we go. My bad. I ain't scroll down far enough. All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Black News Tonight. The attack against teaching critical race theory in schools continues with full force. Over the weekend in Texas, the state Senate passed a bill.
All right, great show, nice background, but that's the 25-minute clip, so we're not watching that. Let's just watch the Instagram one.
And if I were to say to you right now, Christopher, what do you like about being white? What would you say?
I don't know. Again, it's such an amorphous term. It's like a census term or a
But can you do me a favor? Indulge me for one. Just we're running out of time. Indulge me for a minute. I understand you see it as all these things, but you surely recognize that the world sees you as white. You know the world reads you as white. And if you were to ask me some things I like about being black, I could talk about cultural norms. I could talk about tradition. I could talk about the kind of commonalities I feel around the diaspora. If I were to ask you what, particularly if you're saying whiteness is a thing that is being constructed as negative and shouldn't be, name something positive that you like about being white.
Fair question.
Well, sure. I'll answer with a thing. There's a lot of documents that are floating around public schools that say things like timeliness, showing up on time, is a white supremacist value or a white dominant value. Things like rationality, things like the Enlightenment, things like objectivity, and these are very strange things to be ascribed to a racial identity.
Who said that?
These are actually should be ascribed to every individual human being. Every individual human being, regardless of whatever racial category we impose on them.
Fluffing.
That doesn't answer the question, though. You're telling me you're making straw men about things that are ascribed to whiteness that you think are wrongfully ascribed to whiteness. I'm saying if whiteness isn't a negative thing, and there's something that that whiteness actually shouldn't be constructed as all negative, name something positive about that you believe is positive about being white.
It's the second time he asked.
Again, I don't buy into the framework that the world can be reduced into these metaphysical categories of whiteness and blackness. I think that's wrong. I think we should look at people as individuals. I think we should celebrate different people's accomplishments. And again, I think the idea, you mentioned Ignatieff. Ignatieff says the goal is to, quote, abolish the white race.
Who said that?
In any other context, this would be interpreted as a near genocidal slur. I don't buy into it. The reason I'm not going to answer your question is I reject that categorization. I think of myself as an individual human being with my own capabilities, and I would hope that we could both judge each other as individuals and come to common values on that basis.
Wow. All right.
Fair enough. I would argue though that the ability to say
it's going to cut off
race,
here. So what he said was Mark Lamont Hill. The way he closed it was fair enough. But he would argue, Mark Lamont Hill, he said, I would argue that for you to even be able to sit there and say that proves my point. It's the definition of privilege. To say that you shun labels and you don't front face that way in a system and a society that does and is based upon and rewards, for you to say, I don't subscribe to that, is by definition privilege because you have the luxury of doing that. And that's the point he was trying to make. And I thought it was a great exchange. There's only 220 right there. Go to that site and let me put the site in the chat and watch the whole 25. I don't know the schedule of the man's show because I'm not, promoting them, but the Black News Channel is a good watch. They got a couple other people with shows on there. I forgot who I know somebody in the chat knows. All right, where'd it go? All right, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Oh, did I close the window out already? I closed it out. I put a little message on my YouTube. So you got to subscribe to my YouTube to get the messages. Because you can make posts on YouTube. But anyway, so there's that, man. Just wanted y'all to see that. Interesting. White People Wednesday, man. It's been a good deal. Shout out to the newcomer to the chat. I forget, it's way back in there. I can't even figure it out. Said, but they caught the Karen Hunter show on Friday, the hour that I was on. I appreciate you. Thanks for listening. And thanks for joining us on this show, too. Where's the name at? I missed it. But you know who you are. Appreciate it. All right, so there's that. I got like 3 or 4 stories from Say to Friday. Still pretty good. Some of them white, some of them ain't. See if I can get Ike to jump on too as well to talk about Amy Cooper. And Vivica Fox said she ended her first marriage because she was paying all the bills. I didn't want to be the breadwinner. I had a real question. I was going to mess y'all up with it too. Because I was like, man, taking gender roles out of it. Because nowadays, that's not the thing to do. We don't do the gender conformity, gender roles out the window in today's society. So taking gender roles off the table. What's wrong with a woman taking care of a man? Y'all want to talk about it Friday? Let's talk about it Friday. Word to Kevin Samuels. You understand me? Anyway, another story. Candy Burris, her restaurant got shut down. I'll tell you why on Friday, because that's a all fun and game story. And Ellen's leading the country, and some people say that she has no choice. That sounds like something about to drop. Bezos and Ellen, something about the, and then there was news. It was Epstein news today. Man, today was all over the place. We don't even have that kind of time. Epstein news today. Somebody mentioned tapes. Man. So Friday, 6 p.m. Live Money Wheels up to like 140. You can jump in, add on it. Let me see. We'll put that on the screen real quick before I leave up out of here. Man, this hour flew by, man. Fastest hour in radio. And that's taken. I can't use that. That's taken. Cash App, Let's Go Live Show. Let's Go Live Show. We'll leave a little note. Say, yo, I want 3 slots. Slots $5 a slot. It's 15. We put that on the thing. You win 50-50 raffle. We'll put that on the Live Money Wheel. And that's where it is. Make sure you follow me on all social media, please. I appreciate it. I'm trying to do something here. There's a situation. And hit the thumbs up. Again, let me check the chat. Make sure anybody's saying nothing that needs to be reviewed. And that's it. All right. Hey, man, we good to go. Hey, man, appreciate it. On behalf of everybody that made it possible, executive producer down the hall, studio chief, Mr. Clarkson, and our New York bureau chief out on assignment, John Watson from All Fun and Games. Appreciate y'all. West Coast, got love for y'all. Newcomers, appreciate you. Tell somebody about the show. We're trying to do numbers. And Peanut Gallery, the nigga section. I appreciate you. All right, on the way out. Oh, wait a minute. On the way out. Hold on. Because we know this video, the replay value on this video, YouTube will block it because I'm playing this. But on the way out, I wanted to do it. Credit Game, alumni of the show, Financial Common Sense on Facebook, dropping bars. All right, y'all. I see y'all. Easy.
Once upon a time, and I saw that my credit was bad. Unemployed, cancer, divorce, damn it made me sad. But now my bank stack, scores jump, bills paid, I'm so pumped. Get what I want, swipe, life's good, got no gripes. Now I teach y'all what to do so y'all can get y'all scores right. Don't nobody want no bad credit. I know that's right. Experience, Equifax, TransUnion, pull all reports. Check them, make sure they right. If not, then you're in luck. Send a letter to the credit bureaus. Dispute was wrong. Fight them. It's deleted. All your scores go up. They go up. They go up. They go up. You not stuck. Hey, go up. They go up. They go up. You not stuck. Up. They go up. Up. They go up. They go up. They go up. They go up. You not stuck. Good credit opens doors. Gotta check them FICO scores. You say you wanna buy that house, so fix your credit, then it's yours. Handling collections, it can feel like you are going to war. Got some credit cards, use them wisely. Stay out them stores. Yo, I came to represent financial common sense. Dropping knowledge every day, cause fixing credit gets intense. Can't be out here playing, gotta make y'all understand. Get your credit straight right now, let's start, no more delaying. So get your bank stack, scores up, bills paid, you so pumped. Get what you want, swipe, life's good, got no gripes. Now I teach y'all what to do so y'all can get y'all scores right. Don't nobody want credit. I know that's right. Experience, Equifax, TransUnion, pull all reports, check them, make sure they right. If not, then you're in luck. Send a letter to the credit bureaus. Dispute was wrong. Fight it, fight them. It's deleted. All your scores go up. They go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. They go up, they go up, they go up. You not stuck. Up, they go 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 up. You not stuck.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.